All right, ready?
Yeah. Just about, pretty much.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Son of a Boy Dad podcast. Today it is Monday, August 12th, and we are here live from Barstool HQ3 back in studio.
Sass is sick with a touch of jaundice about him. It's giving him a lovely Homer Simpson glow, which I think is very becoming of you.
I'm like that level of sick where like you just pop like 5 Tylenols because I was like, I'm definitely not missing the podcast. Like last thing I need is more theater talk. So I powered through. I took a bunch of Tylenol, but I'm at that level of sick where like this shit's gonna wear off any second, and I'm just gonna crash and burn.
Well, let's get into fishing. While
I got it in my stomach. Very unsettling.
I'm confused by what you said before we started. You said that you woke up and you had a fever of 120.
Yes, record-breaking numbers.
And then you said that the AC wasn't working.
No, the AC was working.
Oh.
It was working too well to the point that it infected me with some sort of sickness.
So then you turned the AC off and it fixed it?
I turned off the AC and I woke up and I felt a little better. My throat didn't hurt as much, but then I think that was just placebo because then I got out of bed and my entire body was aching.
Well, I think I'm getting it just from looking at you. I think it's seeping in through my eyeballs.
I was like, I'm gonna go get a coffee, stretch the legs. Maybe that'll help. Maybe I'm just like stiff.
Yeah.
Dude, I stepped outside. I was on my hands and knees crawling to the coffee shop. In so much discomfort.
Just a mirage of a coffee shop like you're in the desert.
Yeah.
Licking the fucking pavement. Disgusting. But show the people without the shadow of your hat. Show them your skin. Your skin literally looks the best your skin has ever looked. Doesn't it have like a smoothness to it? Doesn't it have this like olive smoothness to it?
I was watching that LeBron video where he takes the mask. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, the guy's mask is knocked off.
Have you been getting those tweets from that thread that's like funniest LeBron moments?
I haven't been.
That's just my whole timeline, and every single one of them is so fucking funny.
My whole time. Go ahead.
What do you think? Like other star players think of LeBron? Do they think they like him and respect him, or do they think they don't?
He's the GOAT.
I think.
I'd rather hear Roan's answer.
Well, I guess Roan would know. Yeah,
some do, and I think some don't.
Yeah, because they're jealous.
I think but yeah. Fair enough. I think he gets away with other shit that people couldn't necessarily do.
Okay, putting all of that aside, as a fixture on the USA men's basketball team, in that locker room, is he well received?
Yes, he's got to be well received. But I also think that he's always the one being like, all right, huddle up, fellas, and like trying to like break it down. And I think they're all superstars. So there's probably a couple that roll their eyes a little bit. I've seen some videos of like Kevin Durant and like Joel Embiid being like, all right, here we go again with him just being like, okay, let's fucking go. Fucking,
they don't love ball as much as he does.
Or they don't love LeBron as much as he does.
Do you know what's always been interesting about LeBron is that no matter what, through all his faults, he's never been a ball hog. And I think that playing with him on a team like that is a thing that really could make him annoying to play with, and he's not.
Right, he's
such a facilitator.
Yeah, he's a connective passer as well as an assist
passing
machine.
Is
Amazing, but not just his passing, connective passing.
His connective passing is beautiful. You know whose connective passing is beautiful? It's fucking Gillies.
Oh yeah,
Wallow and Gilly. Yeah, Gilly.
Gilly.
I always fuck up. I always say Willie and Gallo for some reason.
Because you're racist.
Because I'm racist. That's why.
You have a touch of racism in there. Willie and Gallo. He does that move all the time. I've seen there has to be like a highlight clip. Have you ever seen him do this move? He like bounces the ball in front of him and does like
so
Mr.
awesome.
Miyagi's in front of it and then touch passes it to somebody.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
He does it all the time. It's like one of his and he's like 48.
Yeah, he could play. He could have played on the Olympic team.
He could have played in the league.
Yeah, he probably would have gotten more time than Jason Tatum.
He could have played in the like Puerto Rican Olympic team and would have got like serious minutes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's not Rican, but
no.
He could have played on the Ethiopian team or wherever he's from, Eritrean team.
I was talking to someone recently, and they said something incredibly, I don't know if it's racist.
Do tell.
We were talking about the Olympics, and they were like, don't you feel like it doesn't really, like it's kind of unfair that because the U.S. is such a big country, that we have all these people who like aren't really American, but he was like their ancestors are from like Africa and stuff like that. And I was like, so you want like a race war? That's what you're looking for. You don't want the Olympics.
Yeah, you want
people put into like where their ancestors are based.
But that's a fallacy too, because then we'd all be playing for fucking like England or Romania or whatever the fuck everybody's from.
Yeah.
Wherever all the U.S. citizens are actually from ethnically.
Yeah.
Then we just have a bunch of Native Americans. That's why they need lacrosse.
They would fucking clean up.
Yeah. If they had been unchecked, if they were left to their own devices and just had learned sport on their own. I've seen nasty racism about India these Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, why doesn't India have the
very
fucking
racist towards the Indians?
Yeah, what the hell?
It's disrespectful.
India, the country, not the Native Americans.
No, I don't ever use that to talk about them anymore.
No.
Howard Zinn said that you're supposed to call them American Indians.
I say First Peoples. I looked that up. That's what they want.
And
I thought it was indigenous.
No,
The First
don't
Peoples.
you dare.
Is indigenous people bad?
They're not.
I call them indigenous Indians.
we should do actually a land acknowledgement.
I actually think it is First Peoples. I was kind of kidding, but not kidding. I think First Peoples. I looked up what is the proper way to refer to, as we know, Indians, and I think it's First Peoples.
Yeah, I mean their numbers are dwindling, so that we need to get them to represent themselves now.
Is there something about them being called Indians because Columbus thought he had landed in India?
Exactly.
Is that why?
Yes. He thought he was going to go around the world and just hit India from the other side, and he didn't realize that there was an America in the middle.
The French word for turkey is dinde, D-I-N-D-E.
Don't.
And originally, it was D''inde, meaning of India,
Oh.
because when they saw the turkeys around the Thanksgiving time, I think they thought they were in India.
Really? They don't have turkeys over there.
But that's confusing because why would that be in French? I don't know, because Columbus was Spanish, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people claim Columbus. I've heard the Portuguese have claimed him and the Italians claim him
You
as
might
well.
be right about that.
But I think that he is truly Spanish because I think he was commissioned by the Spanish king or queen or whatever.
The Jews have been trying to claim him for a while.
Have they now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I never understood the whole Jesus being Jewish thing. I never understood that.
Well, it's just factual.
Fine.
He was Jewish.
How come more isn't made of that?
I don't know.
You know who makes a lot of it?
The Jews.
Yeah, the Jews.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they claim him as a prophet.
How
not as
big
a
of it?
Messiah.
But this is my question, right? If he was Jewish, and I guess he is, right? Then why don't they hold him up more? Because he's not a major, right? Am I wrong? I haven't read the Old Testament or whatever.
The Torah.
Well, because he's not in the Old Testament, I think. That's
Is
what
that
it
right?
is. Because the Torah is the first 5 books, and so that's like Moses and fucking
So the New
Abraham.
Testament is the
down.
Jewish book
Yeah.
of text, right? Or whatever.
Yes, the New
It's the New
Testament is the
Testament?
story of Jesus.
I get all this stuff confused. I'm
and
sorry.
so I think they think of him as a prophet, just like Moses and Abraham. And they're like, the Messiah is still going to come or something like that.
So that's
Or
my
there is
point.
no Messiah.
If Christianity holds Jesus up as their Messiah and Judaism has him, why wouldn't they be like, well, he's actually our guy and he's our Messiah?
They're like, he's all right. He's not great.
Yeah.
They're not obsessed with him. They're like, he was fine.
Yeah. You've got Michael Jordan on your team and you're like, we'll just have him be a role player.
He's no Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Am
It's
I crazy?
interesting. No.
That's a
it
weird
makes
gap
sense.
I've never really understood.
I'm sure someone will inform us in the comments.
The most
say we're all
enthusiasm
retarded.
I've ever really heard is from Jewish people claiming Jesus. Is they're like, oh yeah, he was Jewish.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't really respect everything that he was doing. I mean, he was just surrounding himself with whores and fishermen and fucking, how long did Moses live? 500 years or some shit like that?
Right.
Jesus
so.
lived 33 years. He died before he ever got a chance.
If even.
He's like Barry Sanders. You know what I
Well,
mean?
technically,
Retired
he died.
early.
He only
He
died
was
for
young.
a couple weeks or a couple days, right?
Right.
How long was Jesus dead for before he rose again?
3 days.
For what, is it 3? I'm going to
think
trust
so.
Ron on all of this. I don't know shit.
Or
I
no,
thought it
he-
was 3, but it might have been more.
He died on Thursday and popped up on Sunday.
Yeah,
Right?
because he didn't want to miss the Sunday night ball.
Does Rolling Stone, that term, have something to do with the rock he rolled away from the mouth of the cave?
It does. Dude, I have no idea what we're talking about.
Because you didn't pay attention to CCD. Because you were back
I did
outside
not
smoking
pay
the
attention
devil's
to
lettuce.
CCD at all.
You were fucking getting high as hell.
The only memory I have from CCD is I picked my nose one time and it started bleeding, and I got to leave the class with a nosebleed, and I was pumped.
Classic.
Yeah. Because I remember kids always used to be like, my nose is like randomly, kids with noses would just start squirting blood. I never had that happen to me unless I picked it real aggressively.
Yeah. We had it because those furnaces in the schools would just blast the hottest, driest air
Oh, yeah.
in the winter.
Yeah.
And your nose would turn to a friggin' old wasp.
Yeah.
That's probably what was happening in your
That's
apartment.
probably what I'm going to wake up tomorrow. My face is just going to be covered in blood.
There's going to be a stigmata.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the priest didn't pull you aside. Be like, we need to take care of this.
We didn't have priests at CCD. It was all just like parents.
ladies.
Yeah.
What's CCD? I'm sorry.
Like Catholic church school.
Oh,
That's what it stands for.
on Sundays you went?
No. It'd be like Monday.
It's like for public school kids to learn about our Lord and Savior.
Was that a joke or like actually?
No, like it would be like on like a Tuesday or some shit.
Oh, so it was like your Hebrew school.
Yeah, you would just go once a week.
It wasn't Sunday school for slightly older kids.
It was like the exact same thing as Sunday school, but it was not on Sundays for some reason. I think there was like multiple different sign-up times. I think there was one on Sundays, but I would go to like the Monday one.
What percentage of shit that you learned in school do you guys think you retained?
Not a lot, but sometimes I'll read something and I'll be like, "Oh, I remember that." Like that's the maximum. Like I need to be
theorem.
Yeah, I need to be reminded of all of it.
I think it's got to be less than 10%.
It's not much. I mean, if you look at it, all of high school was just one long cram session.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was nothing that was going to stick super hard. I remember, I don't know.
Language.
I'm sorry?
Oh,
I realized I didn't want to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't know.
Was Sass giving you a look?
No, I just
No.
didn't. I realized I was not going to say something interesting. So I stopped.
Math. I feel like I've retained a lot of math. Like anytime people post like a problem and they're like, solve this, I always get it
Could
right.
you get? But those problems are always easy as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
but
could
for
you do
some reason,
long
some
division?
people can't. Long division, I think I could. I think if I
That's
got
easy.
a little catch up, I could be back in the groove quick.
You'd have that. What
Yeah.
gets hard is when you get into algebra 1,
Yes.
simplifying equations like binomials, that kind of stuff. The only reason I know that is because I had to go back and tutor it. So I had to
Yeah.
relearn it, and then I tutored it year after year. So now I do have it locked, but only because I had years
Yeah.
of redoing the same shit over and over.
It's crazy how much teachers are just staying a lesson ahead.
Exactly. And I used to think, man, I could never teach. That's crazy. How do you retain all that knowledge? And then what you realize is that they've just been doing the same material for 20
Oh,
straight
yeah.
years.
Right.
And that it's not that hard. They can kind of go on autopilot.
The first year, they're probably like sweating, like fucking trying to like study up the night before the lesson.
Yeah.
And then by year 2, they're like, I know all of this.
Right.
Because you just have to know like who like 2 presidents
Yeah.
are, like a couple math problems, and then you're just horny for the rest of your time.
Yeah, it probably gets so boring, dude. They're like that scene in Good Will Hunting where he's like, "Do you have any idea how fucking easy this is for me?"
This is a fucking joke. And I'm sorry you can't do it. All right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to sit here and watch you fuck around and fuck it up.
Teaching fucking multiplication for the 30th year in a row.
It's right. Trust me.
Doing that to a little kid is hilarious.
You got any idea how fucking easy this is?
That's probably they're so bored. That's probably why they start lusting after the children.
Yeah, that's where they start. They're like, I gotta find some way to pass the time.
Like, Marcus looks amazing today. Marcus looks so fucking good today. That and just being hungover. They're pros at being hungover.
Just hung over every single day.
Do you think that the teachers dress up more for the kids or for their peers?
Peers.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I think
got to be just an absolute fuck fest, dude.
Like
at every single school.
When you get dressed in the morning as a teacher, are you thinking about, because there are a lot of schools I would think where there isn't some hot teacher. Do you think?
No, I think every school
There's
has
always
one.
a hot teacher?
Every school has one.
Well,
You
because
know
it's like it's almost like there's a 10% rule. It's like you're no matter what, it's recalibrated to someone
Right.
is the hottest.
Right.
It's like jail hot.
The hot
Yeah,
teachers
exactly. Yeah,
are
you grow on them.
early childhood teachers.
Yeah.
That's where the hot women teachers are.
Because they
they're
don't
all
have
like
to be nerds.
19.
Yeah.
They're like fresh out of school. I guess 20,
It's the
22.
lowest barrier to entry.
Right.
Yeah.
They're all
Childhood.
the Hawk 2 girl.
Yeah, it's literally
Was she a
all
teacher?
college students.
There was a rumor that she was a teacher, but then she's like, "Nah, I'm too young to be a teacher. I work in a nail factory."
Yeah.
Fuck.
The fuck is a nail factory?
Exactly.
Like nails, like hammered
Yes,
nails.
dude. She worked in a nail
She's just
factory.
pouring the molds all day.
She's like a dirty jobs worker.
What
She's
the
like working
fuck?
on how it's made.
I didn't even know they had that in America.
She works in a fucking nail factory.
Yeah.
Create some
Of
nails.
fucking boiling steel.
She's working on nails one by
pouring
one.
it into molds all day.
wearing one of those helmets with the tiny
Yeah.
slit. And,
People didn't know she was a blue collar welder.
Yeah, damn.
Like Union 69. Fucking.
That's pretty.
people turned on her pretty quickly when they realized
Really?
that
I heard
had,
she got signed by UTA.
Yeah.
I'm
Actually?
serious. I think she actually.
mean,
Oh,
yeah,
we,
fine,
we
but-
can't say anything about her then.
Yeah.
She's one of our coworkers.
Yeah, people did. Well, I mean,
Would you be mad if you found out that Mike signed the Hawk Tua girl?
No.
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 And he started he started booking her at the same clubs that we're doing.
If she started doing better than me, I'd be like, I need to quit and go work in nails in the nail factory. But
just getting my nails done.
Yeah.
And it's factory work.
That's
What-
pretty interesting.
It is very interesting. I couldn't fucking believe it. Good for her though.
Yeah.
Good on that fucking.
We need more blue collar women.
Right.
Speaking of factories, you know what I'm on the hunt for right now, guys?
Come again.
Light fixtures. Have I talked about this before?
No, and I don't even know what
I gotta
that
buy
is.
some lights.
What's
man.
a light? What's a light fixture?
No. Well, not those, because those are for entertainment or whatever.
They'll bang you for a light fixture. That
They
shit's
sure will.
expensive, huh?
They sure will. And there's no limit.
Yeah.
Because they can become works of art. You know, you got these like incredible Danish glass blowing experts that create works of art light fixtures.
It's just lights.
Yeah.
It's
We can get you some lights. Or have you just
Let's
been
do an
living in the
Instagram
dark for
ad.
the last year?
No, I have right now. This place I have, I've got just bare bulbs that are placeholders,
Oh,
and it
some
looks pretty
lamps.
garish. It's very interrogative.
Yeah, let's get you some lamps.
we need to get this guy some lamps.
Yeah,
Let's get him some lamp stats.
I got a great lamp.
I need lamps. I need ceiling pendants. I need chandeliers.
You know what happened to me recently was my
Multiple?
ceiling lamp.
Yeah.
Two of the bulbs are out, so it's just one bulb now.
Mm.
And I bought light bulbs, and I replaced all the light bulbs in my bathroom and my lamp and all that jazz. And then I was like, I'm gonna replace the one up there. So I stood up on top of my ottoman, and I could reach it well. And I went to unscrew the ceiling lamp, and it had this like weird like grease on it, and it made my hands smell awful.
What the fuck?
And I couldn't get it open. And
I'm
there's
shocked.
like liquid in it.
Is it like
I'm glad you told that story because I knew that what I was saying was not good. And
Well,
then
it was
you-
very, very odd. I was wondering if maybe you had any tips with that. I know you're a big light
you're
guy.
being a connective passer. You're being hard on yourself. You're connective passing. You're getting us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel a little delirious. I did ecstasy this weekend for the first time.
Wow.
There you
Okay.
go. There you go.
Start with that next time. We've been talking about fucking lamps for the last
Jesus
10 minutes.
Christ, we've been talking about light fixtures.
Maybe
I
we
haven't-
just open with that.
I should have seen because your
I'm talking
pupils
about
are
grease on my light bulbs.
your pupils are like tiny, as in like you're suffering from a serotonin deficiency.
It was it didn't suit me. I didn't like it.
Really?
Who doesn't
No.
like ecstasy?
I thought it was like chemically made.
I don't
to
think it was
enjoy.
Molly. I think it was actually ecstasy.
I
And
didn't enjoy the sensation of ecstasy.
it wasn't a ton of it, but it was in one of those chocolates. That's how they gave it to
They're
me.
making everything in chocolate.
They said
these
it was.
days.
Right.
They said it was. They said it was mostly mushrooms with a touch of ecstasy.
Was it? It wasn't awesome.
I
That
was
sounds
fi-
awesome.
I was fine the night of and taking it, and didn't take too much and was fine and happy and all that.
Now you're depressed.
And then the next day was one of the darkest days of my life. That whole come down thing, that's no joke, man.
when did
I
you
was
take it?
so fucking sad
Yes.
and weird and kind of lost and confused, and I couldn't get my bearings and things looked weird, and I was just kind of like, what? I felt very empty.
When did you take it?
And I'd still that was Saturday night, and then Sunday was yesterday was the bad day, and then today's a little bit bad too.
It's like I think that when
Not
you
feeling
take
great.
when you
you
take
saw me stop talking. I never stopped talking.
Well, I had a feeling because, I didn't have a feeling at all, but I didn't have a feeling that you were coming down from ecstasy. But
I could tell. I smelled it on you.
Yeah. But when I called you yesterday, it was quick convo, and I thought we were going to be going back and forth for like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
I was ready to talk shop about comedy.
Didn't have it in me.
Yeah.
And that makes me sad because I like to talk shop comedy with you.
No,
When you
don't,
take
but
ecstasy or
that's fine.
something like that, you're not just like adding a happiness. You're like borrowing from other happiness that you could have.
I think you're right.
And I think that you would like reached a couple days into the future as far as your happiness.
Yep.
But sometimes it's worth it if you're doing something really fun. What did you do while you were on it?
Wasn't really anything special.
Did you dance?
I wasn't watching Dead Mouse 5 or any of those people. I wasn't at some like Electric Daisy Carnival Zoo festival with Lollapaloozas.
Were you outdoors at least?
No, inside.
God,
brother.
that's terrible.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Were you with? Were you among many people?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. At least.
Not many, not that many, not enough people.
Yeah.
And it's just weird. I don't know. I've never done it.
I'd never done it either. I'd never done it. And that'll be the end of that.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, that's pretty much what I've heard from everybody is that it's fun, and then but like the hangover's not worth it.
I don't like it. I don't like the way I feel, and I don't want to fuck around my brain too much, man.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, if it makes you feel any better, you'll probably be back to normal within like a year or so.
Yeah.
Dude, you heard that Norm bit? I think is one of the best bits.
Oh, the one about the drugs in your
acid.
spine.
He's like, you can take it, and then years later, 10 years go by, 20 years go by. And you can have a flashback.
Yeah.
Again. Well, I took acid and 10 years have gone by, 20 years have gone by, still nothing. Just another ripoff from the big acid companies.
Have you ever heard his bit? I was listening to his bit this morning about like the news, and he's talking about serial killers or about someone goes missing. And he's like, and then he's like, and then they found the person.
Yeah.
Where they always find them, a shallow grave.
Dude.
And then he talks about how if he was a murderer,
What are those, cheese sandwiches?
Yeah, the cheese sandwiches. He talks about if he was a serial killer, he would start digging the grave years before he even found the victim.
Yeah.
He'd just be
very
spending months.
deep grave. But my favorite part of that joke is sort of a throwaway line where he's walking through his process and he gets the woman into the van, and then he goes, and then I would do that thing that makes me feel like God.
yeah. That was the one that I laughed out loud at.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel like God.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I think Norm, a goat, man. Salute, man, and salute and RIP to a legend.
Facts.
I think that a lot of drugs are better done outside, but I think that if they're putting it in a chocolate bar, that might speak to the uncleanliness of it.
Could be. I don't think that I really registered that this wasn't just the mushroom thing. I think I kind of heard him say that it had some of the ecstasy, a touch of ecstasy. It didn't factor.
Just a little fentanyl in there, just to get you right.
I was like, well, I've never done that. I've done mushrooms. I should be fine. This is fine.
Was everybody else okay that you did it with?
Yeah, I don't want to give too much.
That's
Brett,
fine.
I don't want to get anyone in trouble or anything like that. But
It was Leo, wasn't it? It was fucking DiCaprio again.
That's
wasn't
right. Oh, did you see that video he did with Margot Robbie? That was pretty funny.
it?
No.
I think she was announcing that she's pregnant, and
Thought
he's
she
in
already
it with her.
I thought she was pregnant a while ago.
Maybe it's an old video then.
Yeah, maybe.
I just saw them. They're on a swing set.
I wouldn't like someone who I had like a romantic scene with announcing my pregnancy. You know what I mean? I would feel weird if I was Margot Robbie's baby daddy,
Right.
and the guy who she had simulated sex with in The Wolf of Wall Street with his tiny little butt crack. He has in The Wolf of Wall Street, he has a Yoko Ono sized butt crack. It's literally like
It's
an
like a
inch
piggy
long.
bank.
It's like I really was curious how he pooped out of that coin slot.
Yeah.
His poops must be coming out like a shoelace.
Yeah, he's got a tiny ass.
A tiny ass, tiny crack.
And she's just got the tiniest little nipples.
I don't seem to remember.
Had to just
We're
get
not
there.
going to be friends. We're not going to be friends.
You know, she's only 23 in that movie.
She is?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
The actress or the character?
The actress.
Wow.
Hmm.
Hollywood will fucking exploit these hoes. But
Did you come? Oh, yeah. It's my favorite. 11 seconds later.
the The ladies of Hollywood are addicted to the nudity, though. You see
Oh, yeah.
Sydney Sweeney said
Sydney
that-
Sweeney said she
said
not,
we're not leaving.
Yeah. She said I'm never stopping.
I will never stop
Yeah.
getting ass naked.
Mm.
I guess that's always been that way. Helen Mirren's fucking getting naked like 6 decades after she started getting naked.
Did she do it again?
I think I think she has a older movie scene where she's like in a bathtub or some shit
Oh,
like
good
that.
for
Is
her.
it possible to be a super successful actor and not like a comedy actor, like just a straight up actor and never do a sex scene? Because
Yeah,
I feel like
think it
it's,
is. I think maybe it is.
Who
I feel like
hasn't?
everyone has.
Portman?
No, she definitely has.
Probably in Closer she did, I would think.
Dude, every movie there's a sex scene.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Every movie there's a sex scene?
Every R-rated movie there's a sex scene.
No, Saving Private Ryan didn't have a sex scene.
Either someone's
Sure about
head's
that?
getting blown off or
Mhm.
someone's getting their head blown
Was Saving
off.
Private Ryan rated R?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have been rated R today. PG-13?
I mean, the guy's stuffing his intestines back into his gut in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
PG-13?
Was The Patriot rated R?
I wonder. I would think so.
Didn't someone's head get blown off in The Patriot?
Yeah,
Isn't that early
it's a
on?
pretty violent movie.
What's The Patriot? Is that the
Mel
Mark
Gibson.
Wahlberg?
Gibson.
Oh, Wait, what's the Mark Wahlberg Boston bombing
plays
movie?
the Swamp Fox, basically.
Patriots Day.
Patriot Day is about the Boston Marathon bombing.
Yes, a dark day in our history as New Englanders.
It was crazy. I was supposed to fly back into Massachusetts that day. I was in
Holy shit.
I was doing hilarities in Cleveland, and I was supposed to fly back into Massachusetts, and I couldn't. We had to cancel our flight because Obama was speaking, and he was landing in Logan, and they canceled all the flights.
So you had to drive back from Hilarities? It was you, Bobby
Yeah.
Kelly.
It was me, Norton, and Kelly, and we split up driving.
You split it up, got some fucking a bucket of Zaxby's and just drove the whole way straight.
No,
Made it
I was
in
in Florida.
6
I
hours.
was in Florida with my family, and we were supposed to fly back to Boston that day, and we had to change our flight. And then my dad accidentally hit my sister in the face while playing Wii bowling. Same day, I remember that very clearly.
Which was a bigger tragedy.
He hit my sister hard. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was an accident.
She came
or-
out of nowhere.
Really?
Well, we were locked in.
Was it? It was bowling.
I think it was some Wii game.
It was in
And
the
she got-
backswing
she
or the
got
front swing.
clocked.
Was he going backwards?
I don't remember. I just remember her getting smacked and then screaming.
Video games like Wii or any type of VR really exposed generational gaps.
Oh yeah.
When people are just throwing a fucking
Yeah.
Wii controller into a flat screen, or
Dude.
someone's getting terrified at a VR headset thinking that they're about to fall off of a beam.
Yeah. Do you ever remember, like, I remember I would go over to some of my friends' houses, and their parents would make us wear the band with the Wii remote.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not just gonna let go of this remote and like send it through the TV. Like, it's pretty easy to hold. It's built to hold on to. I'm not just gonna let go. And
That's a Samsung 70-inch flat screen,
Yeah.
400K.
Wii was sick. I might get a Wii.
These were cool.
Well, why wouldn't you just get another like VR? Like, isn't there better VR now?
I don't want to play with a fucking video game with a headset on. Like, it's over my eyes.
I thought about buying you a present.
Yeah.
I thought I would get you a really nice gaming chair.
Oh.
But then I wasn't sure if you sit in a gaming chair.
I sit in a chair, but dude, those gaming chairs are. You know how much the nice ones are?
How much?
They're like $5,000.
Oh no, I wouldn't get you that one.
Yeah.
I'd get you one that was smaller.
Yeah. I got a good chair.
If I got you a nice chair, would that make you happy?
Yeah, it would make me happy. I don't need it though.
How good is your chair? Is it a gaming chair?
It's a
No.
good chair.
No,
It's not a
that
gaming
good.
chair though.
You've seen it.
Have I?
It's
The
just
one
my
you sit for
black-
your computer?
My black spinny chair.
It's
The
a
one that's
spinny
for your
chair.
computer.
It's like
Yeah.
an office chair.
Yeah, and you use that and look at the TV.
No, I look at my monitor.
You're playing on your on your computer monitor?
Yeah.
Oh, and you've got what controller in your hand?
DualSense, PlayStation 5 controller.
Okay,
Maybe we chip in.
I have a deal. Got a discount
Really? Let's chip in.
that I thought, they didn't have much stuff that I would want, but then I saw that they had really sick gaming chairs, and I thought, who do I know that needs a gaming chair? Hairball.
I'm in a bit of a gift giving era of my life, so I would love to be part of this.
When's your birthday?
April.
April, as is all of ours.
Mine's March.
Yours is March, late March.
End of March.
Aries.
Eres.
I think we should chip in and get him a gaming chair.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, but that to be honest,
what kind of
don't.
discount?
Please don't.
50% off.
Let's get him the good one.
I know.
Yeah, don't.
25, 12.50 each.
We can sort the results by most expensive to least
If
expensive.
if you tell me the website, I bet there's other stuff that I could get, like a scuff controller or
And
something
even
like
if
that.
Even if they're
But a gaming chair, then I just have to get rid of my chair because I don't have space in my apartment for 2 chairs.
Yeah, that half flight of stairs is a fucking killer to get.
I don't want to get rid of the chair. It's a good chair.
even if the
Took me like
most
an hour
expensive
to set up.
option has a lower customer rating than the second most expensive, I still think we should get him the most expensive
and leave the price tag
so that he knows that we paid as much as we possibly could.
Let's leave the price tag on, but like just draw one single line through it as if we're trying to cross it out, trying to obfuscate it. But in reality, we want him to know.
We could even outline it or like engrave it harder with a pencil so that he can feel with his finger like a blind person.
Yeah.
Through the Sharpie that's obfuscating.
All right. Hey, don't worry about it. But let's just say don't buy any chairs in the next 6 months. All right, brother?
Wow. Long time till April.
Yeah, but his half birthday is in October, which is almost now.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of, dude, I just saw I've seen like 12 different Halloween like ads or
What?
I went
Already?
I went to a store. They're selling Halloween decorations, and it wasn't even like a Halloweeny store.
Yeah.
It's the first third of August. What the fuck are we doing?
I think I'm gonna go all out this year with decorations because I have that big window that looks out to the street. I think I want to set up something that's like someone hanging from the rafters, like some real
or a dead body in the chair.
Yeah, some real spooky shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm never gonna do that, but it would be sick.
What if we throw in some money and we get him like some really cool, creepy, like a crypt or something that opens up when people walk by, motion activated or something, skeleton crawls out or something like that.
Music plays.
get him
There's like
I want my shit to
same-
look so real that like the police come.
There could be it could be like something that says something. It recites something.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you just clap it, it constantly restarts. And we could go stand outside of his window and make it happen all night.
Yeah, clap all night and just scare the shit out of him. And maybe like an arm hanging out the window or something.
Yeah.
You know how people do in their trunk around Halloween?
Yeah.
They'll have like a single
I
hand.
love those.
Love
Those are good.
those.
I
Those
like
are good.
those, and I like the garage door ones. You ever see the ones where it's like the body
Yes.
that's like crushed by the garage door? Those are always fun.
Or like there's a body a suicided body hanging from the
Yeah.
garage.
Oh,
Nothing
that's
screams
great.
Halloween like some fake hanging bodies.
I gotta
Some
tell
fake
you,
suicide.
hanging bodies is. I remember The Sixth Sense.
That's as creepy as it gets.
when
that
they
scene.
pan to that,
Yeah.
and he sees the bodies that are hanging.
Yeah.
That it was one of those images as a child that never it was
Yeah.
tattooed into my brain.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And then the movie The Gallows freaked me out too.
I can't believe that
It's a
many
movie where
people
there's
are.
like a school play and the kid accidentally hangs himself.
Oh,
The prop hanging doesn't
spoiler,
work.
bro.
It's a terrible movie, and it came out like 15 years ago.
It's a fucking brutal spoiler. I guess I'm not going to see The Gallows now.
Yeah, so much for The Gallows. Had that downloaded for my flight to Cleveland.
I can't believe that The Gallows is about hanging.
Speaking of Cleveland, we're going to be in Cleveland, Hairball and me, this weekend, Thursday through Saturday at Hilarities, 5 shows. Please come out and let us know if there's anything fun to do in your town. Tickets at littlesasquatchwebsite.com.
We're thinking about going out to see the Shawshank prison.
He mentioned this.
I thought that was in New York. Am I dumb?
It's 60 miles away from Cleveland.
The fuck is wrong with me?
I thought it was
Sing
in
Sing.
Maine. There's something, maybe they shot it in Maine.
We need
I
to
don't
be
know.
on the
Some
same
dude
page.
told me about it after the Cincinnati show, and he was pretty drunk, so it could have been.
Or maybe he gets arrested in Maine and like allegedly kills his wife.
I think he does get arrested in Maine.
Yeah.
The one syllable state
Is it the only one?
that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rack your brains, brothers.
Mm-hmm.
What's the longest state name? Tell us in the comments. Sound off in the comments. Come to these guys' show in Cleveland. Pop Punk in Philadelphia. Please,
Ooh, little
please.
home.
game.
Home court.
What are you guys
Please
doing?
come to
Wells
that.
Fargo?
We're doing Wells Fargo. It's gonna be sick.
That'll
But
be fun.
we're trying to figure out how to do it in the round because
Yeah.
we want to be able to give everybody the same amount of shows. So we're doing spinning stage as of now.
Sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking electric.
I'm gonna go see. I don't know if I talked about it last podcast, but I'm gonna go see Sebastian Maniscalco in MSG.
You did mention during your read for Game Time.
Yeah, we're going to Game Time. Dude, you get floor seats for not that bad.
That's sick.
Through
Is
Game
Sebastian
Time.
not selling well, or what's wrong?
He's doing
with
5 shows at MSG, so
Golly.
It's fucking insane.
Fucking
Insane.
Tony just did it.
Yeah, Tony did too.
He brought back Austin. Now he's bringing back New York.
I know.
Salute to the GOAT.
I
That
saw
show did
Tony,
look pretty
and he
crazy.
goes. I saw Tony at the stand, and I don't know him that well. And he came up and he goes, "Dude, I loved your traffic video."
Oh, that's nice.
Really?
And I was like,
he
"Does
glazed
he
you?
have a guy Like in
fucking
Veep.
In Veep, yeah.
who comes up behind
Traffic
him
video.
before comedians that he doesn't know and tells him what to say?"
It's
Because I
Casey
just,
Rocket.
why would I have been in his,
like crab
Yeah,
walks up
Casey
to him.
Rocket whispers in his ear. Traffic, Tesla traffic video.
Game of Thrones Day. If that doesn't register,
Ribs, he's ribs. Ribs in the office.
Damn.
I liked your ribs, traffic.
I've never seen someone eat ribs shaped like a Tesla.
He turns around and fucking slaps the shit out of Casey Rocket. You got it fucking wrong. That's amazing.
Yeah, it sounded like the whole scene was a buzz this weekend.
It was good.
What you were around this weekend?
I was.
You hit us up to hang out, and I was like, "Yeah, what's good?" And then
And then you said you're going to a burlesque show at midnight.
yeah, which
Where'd
was,
you go? The box?
I didn't. I wound up not
What's
going
in
to
the box?
Very good.
Did you go to?
Very good. And it's that fucking quick shit that you can't really get anywhere else. You know what I mean?
That's you saying very good.
Oh man.
Oh, we're getting our happiness back. I can feel it starting my toes.
You really have to
starting my toes.
Jog it
There's
back.
a long way to go to warm my organs and my heart. But
You're gonna
boy,
have
oh
to,
boy,
You're going to have to check Francis in somewhere.
there's
after
hope.
this.
There is hope yet.
We need a straight jacket.
More jokes like that, more laughs. I'm going to be right back where I need to be.
Exactly. Bit by bit. Just
Mhm.
literally.
Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow.
That's right.
Did you guys ever listen to Peter, Paul, and Mary in the car on the way?
Of course.
No.
Of course. You don't know Peter, Paul, and Mary? Peter, Paul, and Mommy for the kids, too?
Mhm.
Oh, very nice.
But I don't want to talk about any music around
No,
here. Fucking
golly,
ornery ass.
no.
But I do have a plane fact for you guys.
Drop
Have
it.
you?
Drop it, lay it down.
It's more of a trivia question.
Okay.
When do you guys think the last fatal plane crash in the United States was?
Oh, wow.
Let me think. There's been a couple. So,
Commercial.
well, 9/11 obviously happened. And then a couple years later, a plane crashed in Brooklyn.
That was the same year.
That was the same year. And then there was, when did the planes crash on the runway? That was the worst plane crash ever recorded.
What?
Yeah.
Two
Two
in America?
planes crashed each other on the runway.
Wasn't there one that landed at San Francisco from China that a couple people in the back of the plane died?
That's not the one I'm talking about.
There was one in some passenger commercial plane. Okay, so
Commercial.
Because now I'm thinking, I know there's a bunch that have crashed in weird places, but commercial. Let's
Sass is
think.
doing that thing where he just shows how many he knows
Right.
without
he just lists
giving it.
things.
It's definitely not flight 642
Yeah, I
out
know
of
this.
Malaysia.
I've
It's
heard
not,
of this. He's just using, instead of just guessing a date,
Yeah.
he's using it as a chance to flex his plane, how much time
Well,
he
I'm
spent
trying
on
to think if I, I'm
r/aviation.
trying to think if I
Of course,
can
3 years
remember.
3 years later, Kiwi Airways out
Yeah.
of New Zealand
Which one was it?
died.
It was in 2009 in Buffalo.
And a plane crashed into a house, and 80 people died.
In the house.
Right?
Yeah, there was 80 people
But
in
I didn't.
there.
Okay, I was literally just about to say that, but I didn't think that was a commercial flight.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
It crashed
I
into a
hate when
house.
people do
Scholars
that.
debate about whether that was a commercial flight or not. A lot of those people, half charter, half commercial.
Was that in Clarence?
It was in Buffalo. This guy's a gangster. His real name's Clarence.
Why? Nice. Really good.
Thanks.
I
You
didn't
know what I
do
mean?
it as
Stream
well
of
as you did.
consciousnness. Stream of consciousness.
Just riffing, Sass.
But
Stay
the-
with. Keep
I'd like
up.
to look it up.
Keep it up.
The point being that we have gone 15 years, touch wood,
Yeah, Touchwood.
without a commercial plane crash, which is like we've grinded it down to 0 commercial plane crashes. Like
But hold on a second. Fatal, you
Oh,
said.
only 45 people died.
Because Sully happened. There are
only 45.
others that may have
Fatal.
happened there might have been crashes that didn't have anyone killed.
Maybe. So maybe we're talking fatalities. but we have gotten the fatalities down to 0.
It
Isn't
happened in
interesting?
Clarence. I was right.
That has to be a reflection of improved safety
Clarence
measures
parents
and
have a real.
potentially better plane manufacturing practices, and yet the rise of Boeing's woes has us all believing that planes are less safe now than they've ever been.
When they're more safe.
Based on your statistics, it would seem that way.
Commercial, or national flights in the United States, 15 years since anything's happened.
Wow.
They also said that within 10 years that there's a good chance that we will be able to have individually manned flights to like the airport from like a helipad in Midtown Manhattan. Like you get to JFK in 7 minutes, that there will be like series of these flights.
What do you mean? Helicopters?
Not helicopters.
How?
Like
Jetpacks?
like close to drones, but like flying cars type of vibe.
In
Wow.
10 years.
Within 10 years.
Okay, you're out of your fucking mind.
I'm not the one saying this.
Okay, who's saying it?
The people.
That's never going to happen.
I mean, put your head
There's
in the
going to
fucking
be
sand.
individual planes that are going to take you from Manhattan to JFK.
No, not planes. He said drones.
Drones.
flying car type of things.
That's never going to happen.
And keep your head in the sand.
Dude, you're out of your fucking mind if you think that's going to be a thing.
Well, I'm not the one saying
You're
it.
going to strap into like a drone pod and fly to JFK.
That you'll
People
be
s-
able to. It'll be like rideshare, and they said that they're going to get the price down to like $3. Their goal is to get it down to like $3 a mile, same as a rideshare.
Sass, people said driverless cars were never going to be a thing, and now look at us.
And they really aren't.
I see them everywhere.
What, Teslas?
Aren't there like driverless Chick-fil-A delivery cars?
Those are robots, bro.
I see
What's a
driverless
fucking drone then?
driverless
there's no one
cars
in
are
those.
parked all throughout my neighborhood.
There will be people on the ground controlling them.
This will in 10 I will give you all of the money in my bank account.
I don't want $5.
If within 10 years people are taking drones to JFK from Manhattan,
I said that's somebody's goal, that they're going to black out the sky like the arrows in 300. That is just going to be a constant buzz in the neighborhood.
what are they going to do when one of those things crashes?
Well, they used to have helipads all over the city. And in 1977, there was a helicopter. It wasn't even a crash, but the rotor flew off and killed 4 people waiting to board and then another person on the ground. So they completely stopped helicopter, like the easy helicopter flights within the city.
Rotor, I hardly knew her.
And that's why Francis is a fucking goat. Go see his fucking special. When's it coming out?
Yeah, when is that shit coming out?
I don't know.
Let's put it out.
I don't know.
We need to get these numbers up on the pod.
Let's get
We're
these.
kind
Let's
of
juice
hoping
them.
that does something.
Yeah, let's juice him.
Let's juice the numbies.
Hey,
My
instead
don't
of
tell
getting-
set-
Instead of getting him a chair, let's spend the fucking $4,000 on
Click Farms.
Click Farms.
Click Farms.
My Don't Tell set is coming out August 28th.
Alien
Wednesday.
Click Farms.
We were going to buy you a chair as a gift
That
for
would
your
be
Don't
great.
Tell set, but we've decided
We're gonna get you
spend it
an
instead.
Alien Click Farm.
You know what really sucks is that I was going to
Rows
go
of
out to
Pakistani children.
I was
It's
going to go out
not
to
Alien
Central
Ant Farm.
PA that week and camp by myself and go fishing, but now I can't not have service when my Don't Tell comes out.
Just give me your
Ooh.
password. I got you.
I wonder if that's the week I'll be in Central PA.
No,
it's
you will
not.
be in Morocco.
Morocco. You're gonna be
Oh
in
yeah,
Morocco.
right.
That was a good ass way of him to remind
Yeah.
everyone that he's going to Morocco.
I thought maybe that was the week I would be in Central
Are
Pennsylvania.
you going to Casablanca or Marrakesh?
Marrakesh?
Ah,
and I might go
beautiful.
to Essaouira or Tagazout
Wow.
to do some surfing.
What?
Do you know how to surf?
He's got the hair for it.
Yeah, you could definitely do it.
Yeah, I've been growing my hair for this trip.
Yeah.
No way. I thought this trip was a new thing.
It's brand new.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't even
Surfing
know
would be
about it
Sick.
until yesterday.
That's going to be fucking incredible.
I have to do a little soul searching right now.
You should take some ecstasy while you're out there.
I won't do
And
that.
Get your hands
For
chopped off like
goddamn
fucking
sure.
Aladdin.
Mhm.
My roommate in college was addicted to ecstasy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sad.
He took it every day for 3 months.
That can't be right.
Yeah, and then he had to stop taking it because he got arrested.
For
He told
what?
me that one day when we were out at the dining hall.
That's
He was like, "I never told you about this," and I was like, "No." He said he got put in a full-on sting. He walked into the UPS and there was like 10 cops in there with like ARs, and they tackled him to the ground.
How the fuck was he getting that much ecstasy?
He was getting in on the black market, I think.
Damn. Silk Road?
Yeah,
What
pretty sick.
What did he get arrested for? Just buying it?
He was selling it too.
Oh, that's probably why.
He got caught with like 2,000 pills of ecstasy.
So a big felony.
Yeah.
Damn.
And you got to believe that his dealer is pissed that they never got paid.
Well, I think he probably got paid beforehand.
No harm, no foul.
Oh, he just paid for the 2,000 pills? So
Yeah,
he
I'm sure.
lost a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys ever watch the shows where
Good kid.
Yeah. Incredible kid.
Don't sound like it.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Alrighty, let's talk about game time.
Game time.
You know that
Game
Missy
time.
Elliott is in New York tonight.
I didn't even know Missy
Automatic
Elliott was
supersonic.
alive. Did you know that you can get tickets to Sebastian Maniscalco right now?
You can get your freak on and see Sebastian Maniscalco.
Aren't you embarrassed?
Who is
I
that?
love
Is that De
Sebastian
Niro?
Maniscalco,
Is
dude.
Can you see De Niro?
Dude, look at this. Look at this. Floor seats for $200.
Let me see. Hold up the app.
Wow.
What?
I could go see 30 Seconds to Mars on Saturday, who is led by Jared Leto.
What
One
a
of the most
renaissance man.
multi-talented people. I mean, talk about it.
He could just kind of coast on his looks.
Unbelievable.
And then he not only acts, but he sings. Triple threat. I'd love to see him dance a little bit.
Should I
City of
like
Stars.
splurge and do $1,000 seats front row at Sebastian at MSG?
And get crowd worked?
I don't think he does
What
crowd
are
work.
you
But that would be so sick.
doing?
Yeah.
Is he filming?
I don't think so.
Mm.
Okay, so then you definitely should.
That would be so sick.
It would be
Guys,
so sick.
with the Game Time app, did you know you can get tickets to all these events? Missy Elliott, Sebastian Maniscalco, 30 Seconds to Mars for only, well, I don't remember what my price was.
pretty much
Mine
the lowest
was
price guaranteed.
$216.
Ooh, 30 Seconds to Mars starts at $6? You got to be joking me. That's nothing. With Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, you shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. It's the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all of the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals for when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guarantee means that if you can find the same seats for less anywhere else, Game Time will credit you to 110% of the difference.
Yeesh.
Game Time is the best place for last-minute seats with up to 60% off your favorite events. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those 30 Seconds to Mars tickets now. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BOYDAD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Terms apply, of course. Actually, I don't know if they do.
No, they do. Get back to the show, though.
All right, let's talk about Rocket Money.
Rocket Money.
I actually use Rocket Money. I like to use it to keep track of all my money and see where it is and
Well,
how
because
little I
sometimes
have.
you'll be paying twice for something. You'll pay twice for like
yeah.
Amazon or some kind of Apple, something like that, and they can consolidate that.
Oh, especially with football season coming up. See, I'm going to go a little bit off script here. I'm going to talk about this.
Ball?
Rocket Money is great for this. Football season comes up. I think I'm paying for NFL Plus like 17 different times.
Same.
Every single year I go to get it, and then they're like, you don't have it. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure I have it, but I guess I'll just get it again.
Yeah, new password. I'll
Yeah.
even make a new email account
Yes.
in order to sign up for an
For
additional
NFL.
Yes.
account.
I have NFL Plus, like NFL Premium, NFL Red Zone, which I think you get all of those with NFL Plus.
Yeah, you're going to want a package on that.
Yeah. And I have Sunday Ticket, and I have Fubo.
And YouTube.
So, yes.
Fubo?
Yes.
He barely
For
even
us
knows
by
her.
others?
Yes. So Rocket Money helps you keep track of all of that. This is a phenomenal ad read. I'm doing a
It's
great
the-
job.
Well, it's just the facts about Rocket Money. It's one of the truest things that I've ever
Yes,
heard.
and Rocket Money can help you say, okay, you definitely don't need Sunday Ticket, NFL and NFL Premium and NFL Plus.
Well, read how much money they've saved people. It's
500
insane.
million in canceled subscriptions.
500 million is crazy.
And that's per person.
I could use 500 million.
No, that's not per person. Rocket Money
But how much per person? Because they say how much they save people on average.
saving members up to $740 a year when
That's
using all of
crazy,
the app's
too.
features.
that.
Let's get him a tent with
That's a
that
lot
money.
of
Ah,
money.
a
You could
little
buy
tent.
a damn good tent
Damn good tent.
with $740.
Probably that and a gaming chair.
Yeah,
for honest.
Probably. Rocket Money
Burning out of
is a
fuel
personal
up
finance
here.
app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. Stop wasting money on things you don't use.
That's right.
Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/boy.
They get it. They
That's
understand.
rocketmoney.com/boy, rocketmoney.com/boy.
Boy. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Do you guys ever watch the shows in the airport where they're like finding drug mules? They're like finding El Salvadorian women or like women from the Ukraine who are bringing drugs over the border. They're so fun to watch.
No.
They just like interrogate these women who obviously have so much drugs on them. They're like, "Why are you bringing 15 stuffed animals back? Like, what could you possibly want with like 3,000 cans of beans?"
Did you know that condoms are statistically used more to encapsulate drugs, which are then boofed through vaginal canals across borders more so than sex? That's what condoms number one use is.
I have heard.
Really?
This.
Did you know that?
That's pretty interesting.
I've heard people aren't fucking with condoms anymore. They're just using them for boofing.
That's crazy.
And sometimes people will tie the condom off and swallow it.
Yeah, and then they shit it out.
Yeah, but if it explodes in your stomach,
You
you're
die
in big trouble.
immediately.
I
made that statistic up. That wasn't
course.
true.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Next time you guys are on a Delta flight, there's a movie called Io Capitano.
I'm familiar.
Io Capitano. Did you watch it?
No.
They're basically going from Africa trying to get up to Europe, but they go through the desert after they swallowed their money in condoms, and they've figured out that there's going to be guys meeting them in the desert that are going to try and steal their money. So they put it inside their bodies, and the guys just come with some kind of serum that just makes them shit themselves all over. And they just have to squat there and shit, and then the guys go through their shit to try and find their money. And it's worse for you once they find the money. Right. It's nasty work.
Imagine like you just have a wad of fucking shit cash.
Trying to pay for something.
Yeah, you're like you're getting a chopped cheese at the deli and you're pulling out there's just like shit all over your cash.
You're like digging into like, wait, let me grab my wallet, and it's inside
it's
of you.
in your asshole.
You're fisting yourself up to your elbow to grab your wallet out of your ass. You don't want to get robbed though. Better than getting robbed.
When you go into prison, they make you tuck your balls up, right? Bend down
and cough.
As though that would somehow dislodge whatever you'd snuck up your butthole?
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that would be enough to get my stuff loose.
No.
Your asshole is tight as hell.
I just tightened my asshole right there and I coughed and it didn't budge at all.
Your asshole is one of the looser assholes.
Tighten your asshole right now and then didn't even flinch.
I just shit myself.
Yeah. A package of blunts isn't just splitting out of my butthole.
A cough. I mean, that would just mean like every time you cough.
But maybe you know what it is? No. I have the answer to this. I think a guard looks into your asshole and sees, and maybe that when you cough, it opens just a little such that they would see that something was in there.
Like a series of mirrors.
But that's why I just did that with my asshole sealed shut. And it didn't open.
It's like the door in
Star Wars. Sure. You know for sure that it was closed?
Yes. Because I tightened it as much as I could.
I think we need to take a look at that thing, bro. I think I need to get under the hood. Slide under there and check.
See how the sauce is made.
Do you think you can feel it when you're walking around and you just got a big old ball of cocaine in your butt?
I wonder if it feels different than
shit?
Dookie.
Yeah.
I wonder if it feels different than just a turd dangling in there. It's
Probably.
got to.
I wouldn't know. I'm an ecstasy guy.
Ecstasy is it's a must for outside. When dubstep got popular in like 2011.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember it like
I remember
yesterday.
I do because all my friends like dubstep and I didn't know.
I
thought dubstep was. I've told this story before, but I thought dubstep was an artist.
Yes,
and I downloaded an album on iTunes that was just called Dubstep.
I love their new work.
I was like, dude, this guy's stuff is great.
Incredible.
So bad.
He has so much music too.
I spent it was like one of those albums that's like $4 and there's like 700 songs on it.
Like, wow, he's so prolific.
Yeah.
He has thousands of songs.
He's a man of the people. He doesn't even need the money.
I think we went to somebody's house and like 3 of us took Molly on like a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Just like sat in the basement. It sucked so bad.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Dubstep always had, right before the drop, there'd be some kid screaming something.
Yeah.
Help! They're coming over the walls!
Oh my God!
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
It was such a fleeting thing.
Making a dubstep song would be so easy.
Yeah.
I made one a while ago, and I used Logic's. I used Logic's. Who can relate? And then
you did?
Yeah, I did for a tweet. I did it for like a video that I was doing. It took me like 30 seconds. All I did was I looked up dubstep build up, downloaded it, and then I looked up dubstep bass drop, and then I put those in like Audition, and then I put the Logic yelling "Who can relate" in between. It was pretty sick.
That is really funny.
It was actually I could probably find it right now.
Find it. Have you ever seen the videos of the people at like the front row of a dubstep concert or whatever, and they're just hanging onto the rail?
Oh yeah, and they're banging
all together in
just
sync.
Banging.
It would honestly be kind of euphoric if you were all together in sync like that, just rocking out. But I can't bang my head for 5 seconds without like getting a headache or
hurts
getting
so much.
Hurt your neck, hurt your body. I like get disoriented.
I'm gonna be able to find this shit easily.
Find it. Well, why did the British say disorientated?
Do they now?
If we're just trying to have the
right.
simplest version, why wouldn't you just say disoriented?
They have a few things that they do like that, right?
All types of shit. They're just trying to add other syllables to sound smart. That's their entire thing. And then they wind up on fucking Love is Blind UK, sounding like the dumbest people alive. It's got me kind of disorientated talking through a wall.
Oh, you're right. That is it. I needed to hear it in the accent to hear that I've heard that before.
A dude said it to me in a rap battle. He was like, "You're disorientated, distorted, and jaded."
Wow.
He's disorientated, distorted, and jaded.
That's a banger of a line.
That's a good line.
Did he win?
Is it?
Did he win?
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't think it is.
That's a heater. You boys don't know nothing about rap.
I got a question. If I go to Morocco, where should I go before? I got to kill a couple days.
Mallorca.
Really?
Or what's the island off of? Aren't the Canary Islands? Isla Canarias. They're right off of Morocco.
Is that right?
I heard it's incredible.
Okay. I could do that. I was thinking I might
Portugal,
go do some
Porto?
surfing. Comporta.
That would be incredible.
I was
or Barcelona.
I've never been to Amsterdam. Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
I was just talking about going there. Maybe in the same time.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
You're going to go that week?
Come on the weekend.
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know if I can swing it. I don't know if I can swing it, but that would be fun.
Amsterdam? We would have a good time traveling together because we'd like to do the same things.
Eat good.
Mixed culture, art.
Go outside, ride a bike, maybe.
Go. Maybe that Anne Frank attic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could
smoke a little ganj.
Yeah.
Smoke ganja, walk through Anne Frank's house.
Yeah.
She was living pretty good.
God.
Can you imagine? Just being like,
fuck.
Can you fucking imagine?
This is fuck.
This is trippy as fuck.
She never went outside?
She just hid in here for years?
Dude,
wait,
the
was
Nazis
she the
were
deaf?
wrong.
Was she that deaf one? She was that mute bitch, right?
She was in here for years and didn't say a word? That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy that
bro.
she just crashed over the Pacific and they just never found her. All right, listen to this, John, real quick. You hear it?
Why are you
audio
stepping on your own joke? That was a great bit, conflating historical female
sounds awful.
figures.
One more time.
Oh, this is your song?
Yeah.
It's a little bit more joyful than the dubstep I like.
I know.
I like the dubstep that I enjoy to feel like you're crawling out from a crypt.
Yeah.
Like the earth cracked open and there's evil demons seeping from the core.
Yeah.
Not nearly enough headbanging in that one.
I know.
Yep.
But Who Can Relate plays hard.
Yeah, it does.
But I want dead silence for the Who Can Relate.
I know. I fucked it up. I was probably 13 when I made that, so.
I thought you said you just made it.
No, that was a while ago.
Really?
I can tell you when. I was in.
Your beat making. I can't believe you deleted all those beats that you made too. You know who used to be a great beat maker?
Who?
Sass.
Is that so?
Yeah.
It was 7 years ago.
Who can relate? 7 years ago, 7 years from now, we'll probably be almost done with the flying cars that are going to take you to JFK.
Yeah. They'll be running the prototypes of the drones that are flying individual people.
Bro, the prototypes are already being flown.
Yeah.
You're asleep.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, because you can't do it on public land. They're doing it on private land. You can't fly over things. There's things called regulations. I thought aviation
you
had
said they wanted them to charge $3 per person.
$3 a mile.
So it would cost like $20.
The same as rideshare.
Because realistically, JFK is what?
As the crow flies?
4 miles away.
So much closer than you'd think.
Yeah.
As the crow flies.
Yeah.
So it would be like $12 to go to Newark.
Well, I said JFK. I don't know about Newark, but
Newark's closer than JFK.
I mean, if you want to keep your head in the
Newark
sand,
is like 2 miles from here.
if you want to keep your head in the sand,
I don't know about
that's
that.
fine with me.
Dude, Newark is so much closer than JFK. Are you out of your mind?
I'm going to look that one up.
The prototypes are already working.
No, they're not.
Just because you don't know.
I know. And I know they're not.
Yeah, you don't know. It's fascinating, bro. You just have to learn a little bit. Once you open up your eyes to the world, you're gonna be a whole new man.
A whole new world.
No, bro. Look at this fucking musical head, dude. This guy can't go one podcast without singing a show tune.
But that's a good show tune.
If you want to come out the closet, just tell us, bro. We don't mind.
And I can't change.
When I was in the 3rd grade,
I thought I was gay because my uncle was, and I like to keep my room straight.
Who can relate?
Who can relate?
Newark is 10 miles and
probably.
JFK is 13.
Newark's 10, JFK's 13. That's crazy. I didn't know Newark was 10 miles away from here. I would have said it was probably 3. Shit's close as hell. From my apartment, it takes me like 20 minutes to get there.
Yeah, but the fucking traffic.
But that traffic.
That's why you got to get in the sky.
That's why you do. So it would cost you $30 to get to Newark.
$39.
$3 a mile, 10 miles away.
13 miles.
No, JFK's 13 miles.
You're right. Misheard. And that's why you're the fucking GOAT.
That's
so
why I am
you
the
did
GOAT.
retain some math from school.
Yeah.
Call back to earlier in the episode. No big deal.
Let me know if anyone has any good fishing holes that I could hit in central PA, because I know people are very protective about that. But hopefully for a celebrity like myself, you could just give me some intel.
Gatekeeping, the fucking great.
People like to gatekeep their spots, but when a big time celebrity like me reaches out and asks, you'd think that people will.
There's the one
release their
by
spots.
Penn State where the DA threw a laptop in or some shit like that.
Good fishing there?
It's really good fishing. But they couldn't find the laptop.
Why did the DA throw a laptop in there?
Because it's the most corrupt town in America.
Really?
I don't know if it was because of the Sandusky shit. Was it the Sandusky shit? Do you know the story about the DA throwing a laptop in the fucking river? Or someone died in that same river? I don't know. It's a good place to die up there. You got to get up to Central PA.
Central PA is supposed to have some of the best fishing in the country. And I was thinking about it because you guys are going to Morocco and Amsterdam. So I was trying to think. I was like, what should I do? And I was like, I guess I'll go fishing. But then I was like, well, maybe I should go fishing that I would like to go for at least a night. So I'm going to go to Central PA, I think.
Why do you go three nights?
Because I have stuff. I have spots.
You have illness.
I have illness.
You and Tony.
Is Tony ill?
No. Spots.
Oh, yes.
Tony the Tiger?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
But also Tony the Tiger.
They have stripes.
Speaking of two dudes who are fucking great.
Francis said there was a big party at the stand because of Tony. Big rager.
I heard it was a bacchanal.
Yeah.
I heard
They've
that the
never
wine
had a
was
party for me.
flowing like fucking water.
They never have parties for me there.
And you came up there. You
Yeah.
were literally a penny stock that they bet on.
Yeah.
And now you're fucking thriving.
Mhm.
Wait, so you were trying to talk about your Don't Tell set? So it's coming out when you're in Pennsylvania?
Well, I guess I won't be there then, will I?
Because your Don't Tell set's coming out?
Yeah, bro, I got to run promo.
Just get Starlink.
I know, true, I should.
Just get Starlink and take it out to Pennsylvania so we can watch Don't Tell. I watched the set. It's so good.
I got to watch it so I can read all the nasty comments of people going, he sucks. I hate him.
It's so good.
Like Shane Gillis if he sucked.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's going to be incredible.
We'll see.
Once Red Bar gets his hands on it, dude. It's going to be fucking great.
I don't think Red Bar reviews 10-minute sets.
With 10 views.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be, I think that was my first thought when I watched it. It was like going to do great things for your ticket sales.
Yeah, I hope people just like it. I don't really care about the ticket sales. I'd rather people just like it.
People are definitely going to like it.
We'll see.
It's really funny.
You never know.
It's really good.
I always think people are going to like it, and then I post it, and then they go, you suck.
I heard this one already.
Yeah, they go, stick to the podcast.
This is
you
exactly
fucking loser.
like Norm's bit.
Yeah.
It's
This
exactly
is
someone
like
else's
Artie
bit
Lang's bit from 2004.
that he did on like a cell phone camera
Yeah.
in front of two people.
There you go. Oh, you got me. That's where I got it from.
Fuck. I thought I was going to get away with it. I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Yeah, you fucking assholes. Blowing up my whole operation.
Don't you think it was good?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, we'll see. I've sent it to so many people and I've asked so many people
It's
what they
great.
think.
It's really
And
great.
I just wait for someone to be like, yeah, it sucks. Don't put it out. So I can
Also
be like, I
looks
knew
good.
it. I
Who else
fucking
did you
knew
send it to?
Everyone I
What was the
know.
order? The pecking order of people who it got sent to. I knew if it got sent to me that I was fucking down on the list. I knew that Gardini had seen it 2 weeks beforehand.
No, I didn't send it to Gardini.
And that Bo
Sean?
and fucking Matt.
I didn't send it to Gardini.
Got it in there. I'm a little loopy.
Very
I
good.
took ecstasy.
I didn't send it to Gardini.
Should have been
sent
quicker
it
on that. That's
to-
normally something I'm on top of.
I didn't actually send it to that many people. I sent it to you guys, and I sent it to my friends, and I sent it to my parents. And my dad said, "You're a fucking genius."
And you wept. You're like, this is the love I've been looking for,
And
Daddy.
my mom didn't reply.
Because you have jokes at her expense.
Yeah, not really. I think
You
it
have
was the weed
nastiness
stuff.
about your mom.
Oh, the weed stuff?
I guess I shouldn't be talking about what's in it.
The one about
About Bo and Matt.
being with your parents?
About
No,
your
I didn't
parents.
have that.
When your
Joke's not in
parents
there.
get stoned as hell. Or should I not be saying that? About how your parents used to be fucking hippies.
And my parents have never been hippies ever.
Before you were born, they were a whole different set of people. I remember because I knew them.
That's true. You probably did.
We were all listening to dubstep together, taking Molly in the basement, just sitting cross-legged in a white basement as we listened to Molly, tripped our brains out, and then we're like, okay, time to go home now.
Fellas, I'm gonna be fully honest. I feel awful.
That's great, though. People want to hear that. People want the transparency.
I'm struggling.
Speaking of transparency, just kidding, bro.
Transparent.
Just kidding, bro. I fucking love your parents.
Let me know if anyone has any good spots to fish in central Pennsylvania. Please give them up.
I tried to bring up flights, dude. I tried to bring up fishing for
Oh,
you.
this has been a great episode.
I
Yeah, it's
know.
been
I'm
one of
trying
the
to
best
fucking
we've
lead
had.
you to
This
water.
has been phenomenal. I'm struggling.
I'm literally trying to lead you to water in
I'm
central
so
Pennsylvania.
sick.
If anyone knows any light fixture stores or discounts that they can get on light fixtures,
There's the one
hit me up.
in.
I got some red lights in
expensive.
Amsterdam.
Apparatus? Oh, the one that is yeah, I know what you mean.
So expensive.
That one.
You got some red lights in Amsterdam.
Have they now?
Yep.
Whole damn district.
I don't want red lights in my
Billy
home.
me and Francis were talking about him going to Amsterdam downstairs, and Billy came over and he said, he was like, you got to go to the red light district. It's like, it's fucking incredible.
I said I'm not big on whores.
Well, they're not whores.
I don't like going out whoring.
They're not whores. They're ladies of the night.
Isn't whores okay again?
No.
Prostitutes is not okay.
Why?
I think they prefer sex workers or
Right.
whores.
Horse. You're not supposed to. There's all these TikToks. If you just go on a TikTok about Amsterdam, the first thing that comes up is someone walking through the red light district, and they're like, "What I thought it would be like," and it's like seductive, and then what it's really like, and it's a billion people. But then all the comments are like, "It's not actually like that," and you can find some videos of people surreptitiously filming because you're not
Yeah.
supposed to film the whores.
That's what
Are you
Billy
not supposed
did.
to film them?
You're not supposed to film the whores.
No, Spud did that.
Spud did that, yeah.
he filmed the whores.
He wears like a chest-mounted GoPro, I think.
Right.
You got to get the glasses, really.
Yeah, you should get the glasses and go right up to them.
Ooh. Hello, are you a whore?
Yeah. Hello, whore.
Like rap on the glass.
Yeah.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Wakey, wakey.
They sleep in there.
I've got a boner.
They're like hamsters. They're just on the other side of the
They're
glass.
trying to guess passwords.
Yeah.
Cryptic cricket cricked its neck at the critical cricket.
Wake him up like a dad. Up now. Let's go.
And they're just on a treadmill drinking water out of a fucking
Yeah.
bottle on the ceiling. There's just like ripped up newspaper on the floor as they piss. in the corner.
Why is prostitution so accepted over there, but here it's so shamed? Answer me that.
In Nevada it's legal.
They
It is.
regulate it and they think they make it safer as a result. They probably do.
But is it like a respectable profession? Like if you're like, I work on the red
You're a
light district.
career woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect that there's still
Like they have
probably
benefits.
some. Yeah.
You get like health and dental.
There's not a whole lot of like opera singers and theater people who are inviting a whore to dinner.
Right. Richard Gere was the only one.
That's right.
Pretty Woman. Ever seen it?
No, I haven't actually.
Julia Roberts. Big mistake.
I'm not a huge Julia Roberts fan.
Big.
TBFH.
You've never seen Aaron Brockovich. TBFH.
I have.
And you're not a Julia Roberts fan?
Not a huge Julia Roberts fan.
No.
Aaron Brockovich makes that guy who played the Hulk. What's his name?
Edward Norton.
The newest one.
Eric Bana.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo's Dark Waters. What Aaron Brockovich walked so that Mark Ruffalo could run.
Dark Waters is a phenomenal movie.
Then you need to see Aaron Brockovich.
I've seen Aaron Brock. I've said that 3
Aaron
times.
Brockovich is sort of the precursor to Dark Waters.
No, I really think that you would like Aaron Brockovich because it's like Dark Waters with
I haven't seen Pretty
with
Woman.
a push-up bra, basically.
Yeah, it's much like, but it has this element of sort of like getting a woman paid too.
Yes.
But Dark Waters is better because Mark Ruffalo's the fucking man.
He's good, but she went in and
Except I don't love him in Spotlight.
She said, that's all you got, lady, is 2 bad feet and fucking ugly shoes.
Yeah. She like, I think you need to watch it as a grown man because you watched it as a boy.
I did watch it as a grown man.
I
I watched it like a year ago.
I don't think you've seen it. Maybe you see Pretty Woman first.
She was some hot ass mid.
The love interest
Aaron Brockovich is very good.
Is Aaron from
Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart from Two-Face.
Have you guys ever seen Being Aaron Brockovich?
Yeah, Becoming Aaron Brockovich. The prequel. It was incredible. I think that's an actress who never dumped tit. Roberts
never dumped?
No.
I think she might have.
Dump.
Wouldn't she have done it in the whoring movie?
You could just look it up.
I think that Mr. Skin.
Mr.
I think you're
Skin,
confusing her with Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays a whore in Trading Places, and she dumps tit.
She does in that movie?
I think she dumped tit a slew of times.
Wow.
I just went to look up, did Aaron Brockovich ever do nude scenes?
And you're thinking of John
Julia
Malkovich.
Roberts says she has made the choice to not do nude scenes.
Wow.
Case in point.
Okay. That's a great callback.
Amazing callback. So that's an opportunity for all you AI heads out there.
Yeah.
That means that there's a chasm in the marketplace.
Oh, yeah.
People want to see her ass naked, and it's time to see her like getting banged out by Grover.
I'm gonna make it my life goal. I'm gonna write a script for the next decade that has Julia Roberts being nude in it, and I go, it's gonna be so good that she's not gonna be able to turn it down.
She weeps. She's like, this is incredible.
Yeah,
and just gets naked for you.
yeah.
I think you can do it.
I think I could.
What's the premise going to be though?
Ocean's 15.
This is incredible. Isn't it nuts that she wasn't in Ocean's 8? That she was in all the other Ocean's movies, and they're like, we're doing one for the ladies.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm not going to fucking
good
do that.
miss. Good miss.
Huge
there.
miss.
I always thought that moment in Ocean's 12 where they have her play a lookalike to Julia Roberts was a little too meta.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty dumb. That movie wasn't great. Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13 were great though.
Did you see that Pitt and Clooney are back together?
I didn't know.
What are they doing?
They're doing a movie where they're both fixers.
Oh.
And it's basically Ocean's 16.
Fixer. I hardly knew her.
What is a fixer?
On fire.
Like when someone like kills a hooker and somebody comes in and they're like, let me fix this for you.
Oh.
I fixed our dog Ruby the other week.
Really?
Spayed.
What?
David?
Spayed her? I spayed her.
Spayed her.
I see.
Come on.
I didn't know lady dogs got fixed.
Yeah, they
Of
do.
course,
Or
spay
they
your
just
dogs.
seal
You
them
never
up.
watched Bob Barker? What'd you say?
They seal them up.
We're going to need more putty over here.
They just like twist it shut, like putting a cork back into a wine bottle.
I actually didn't know that. I thought it was
Smooth
only
over.
I thought it was only
Sealing
male dogs.
caulk.
Yeah, you just put the caulk in them.
That's interesting.
Caulk, not
Yeah, I know what you meant.
yeah.
Caulk. All right, I gotta go. I'm gonna fall asleep and I'm gonna throw up at the same time.
You don't seem sick at all, honestly.
I feel awful, dude.
You don't seem sick. Whenever I'm sick, you fucking know it.
I got very tired from eating all that Nutella and those Biscoff
Yeah,
cookies.
it probably had something to do with all the ecstasy that you ate.
I'm not doing that great either.
Because you could, I mean, if Billy and Spud tell it, you could just take a walk around the block and that'll beat your fucking A1C or whatever.
That's exactly right. And I have to get to the gym later to do a lot of pull-ups.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm really hitting the pull-ups hard.
I've got like the
transform
swine
your
flu or
body.
something.
Yeah.
I feel so bad, dude.
H1N1.
Yeah, I don't know what I got. But
H1C,
it's not
H1N1.
fucking good.
Everybody's got something.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Thank you guys for listening.
Cleveland this weekend. Me and Sass, come check us out.
Let me know any good fishing spots in Central PA, or it doesn't even have to be Central PA.
Restaurant
It could be
recommendations would be
northern Central
ideal, or some lighting suggestions.
PA. Lighting suggestions would help.
I'm looking at like Allied Maker, looking at Apparatus,
I've been looking at Pine Creek, a good
Roland
bit.
Hill,
And-
that caliber.
What about something that
Slate Run was
implanted
definitely
into the
intriguing for
ceiling.
me.
Yeah, pendant,
like the ones where you
sconce,
drop
sconce.
drop
So
the
what kind
ceiling
of
and put it
hatches
in-
are going on in Central PA in late
Sconce
August?
would be good.
So I was
Yeah.
thinking about throwing some BWOs, but I don't know what the terrestrial scene
Go
is like
see
out
Roan
there.
and Pup Punk in Philadelphia.
Yes, I'll be there the same week that Sass is in Central Pennsylvania. Maybe you could stroll through the show, sing Rocket Men.
Yeah,
Would you?
sure.
That's a lie.
No, definitely not. I
And
don't
it's
even know why I said
be
yes.
a long, long time. Touchdown, wait,
We'll get to-
Also,
Right.
anyone, I was gonna get a tent to go camping, but then I was like, I could just sleep in the car.
The fuck is wrong with you? Get a tent, you weirdo.
Well, no, like if I got a big car and I just put the seat down and put my sleeping pad down,
That's how little kids die, sleeping in the car. When their
but it
dad
would be a
plays
lot
PlayStation too
cheaper
long.
than having to buy a tent.
Tents are cheap as hell.
They're like $150.
You know that that first off, you can get like the house tent that inflates for $150.
Hey,
You can get tents for very
I
cheap.
know a guy who can get us a discount on a tent for
Are you
his
serious?
birthday. and
You
he's
You
trying
can
to
get like
purchase half
$30
of
tents, but
150
if I'm gonna
way
get a
less than
tent,
that
I want to get
fucking
one that's gonna
chair we
last.
just
Get
bought.
him a really nice one.
Yeah.
Let's treat him to a tent.
Oh,
I also then I'm also gonna have
Tent
to get
treat.
like a fucking camp oven or one of those butane
No, let's
things,
not get
which is
greedy here. I
expensive.
don't have any kind of
Yeah,
hook.
And a
Tamp-
jet boil to
tamp
make
oven.
coffee.
I barely even know her.
It's all gonna be. Everything is so expensive, dude.
Why don't you just bring a fucking couple
I'm
peanut butter and
making
jellies?
No money.
It's crazy how rich people like Sass always complain about how expensive everything is.
I don't have any money.
It's the performative, like wanting to be part of a lower class.
Yeah.
It's like the selective victimhood.
Mm-hmm. Not wanting your audience to think you've abandoned them.
So sick. All right, let's
All right.
end this. We've been ending for the last 30 minutes straight.
It's nice though. It's a little treat for the
I like a
people.
little like, fizzle.
Thank you
out.
guys for listening. Cleveland this weekend, and let me know if anyone has any good fishing spots.
Philly
in Central
for
PA.
Pop Punk.
Oh my God.
All right, goodbye.